Good enough, not good enough, selected, not selected. Guys, at the end of the day, I've said it before and I'm still going to say it. Omadala, I don't even know what to say anymore, but I think we should just leave it be and focus on the good news of, the team currently because we are sitting at number 3 with 22 points, and we still have a game in hand compared to the team that is currently sitting at number 1. So that makes it interesting. We need to focus on that, and also we need to focus on the CAF Confederation. Now, I know, guys, we're going to stay a long time without seeing the boys playing, and I'm hoping with this time that we're going to sit and not play. I'm hoping Kaizer Chiefs are trying by all means to organize friendlies so that we can be able to play games. Because last season, I remember when we went to FIFA break during December, January, things were just worse. We played 10 games without the win. Like, it was so bad to the point that people started questioning what is going on. Is Coach Nazarene Nabi the right coach for the job? Like, what went wrong? You understand? So this time around, I'm hoping we can try to turn things around, because so far we are having a good run, and chances are very high with the Kaizer Chiefs might even win the league this season. I don't know how, don't ask me how, but it's possible. There are a few games that we played. We could have collected more points. We could have been sitting on number 1 today as I'm speaking with you. But unfortunately, those 6 points that we missed, now they are serving as a punishment for us. But other than that, we're still looking good. We still have more games to play. And if we manage to collect all the points, then definitely Naranjani, chances are very high that Kaizer will be sitting on the number 1 spot, the Bangu Dog table. Now, I know Hugo Bruce finally announced his 22-man squad, which is interesting because the preliminary squad we had Umfana Mduduzi Shabalala, and according to him, guys, Coach Hugo Bruce, he says the reason for him to drop Mduduzi Shabalala is not because he's having a bad game or he's not good enough. It's because, according to him, he wants to give other guys a chance, which obviously we saw. I think a replacement yake is Onemtajela from Orlando Pirates. I mean, sure, Mchita is playing okay, but comparing him to Mduduzi Shabalala, I think Mduduzi Shabalala deserves the spot more than Mtajela. But anyways, it is what it is, Buffeto. I've said it before, Umadala, as long as it is him being there, we will never get to see our players taking that space. So this is what he said. He says, it is a moment that you can try and pick some other players. And Nemtajela has made very good performances in Pirates. So I think I have to call him and see how he is behaving and training with the group. That's why Shabalala is not there. It's not a question of he's not playing good or I don't want him anymore. No, Ushenage coach Hugo Bruce, which, by the way, I feel like it's a good thing, because we do have to focus on the CAF Confederation and also the league at the same time. So unfortunately, it's not a good thing to the player, because at the end of the day, the player might be feeling something else, because also to how I've done my best, did my best, I tried to perform even my level best. If you look at the game that we played, the last game that we won 4-1, he had a good performance. Now, Hugo Bruce was there. He saw it was born and no, Umchita is performing very well. But unfortunately, Coach Hugo decided, nah. So, Samosa. But anyways, it's something that I'm still saying. We just have to focus on the games that we have. We also have another player who could have made it to, the national team, but is not there. Brendan Peterson has been performing very well. For me, I feel like we do have a lot of players who could be playing for the national team. You look at players like Abo, Bradley Cross, he deserves a national team call up, even if it's a preliminary squad, thing. It's just preliminary, it's fine. Bradley Cross, Brendan Peterson, so far, looking at the performance of Bachita, we also have Nagem Tutuzi Shabalala. He is another player who should be called, Tabiso Munyane is no question, but unfortunately, currently still nursing his injury. And then who else? Who else? Guys, we do have players who can play on the national team, but unfortunately, I think this has something to do more with the coach and Kaizer Chiefs and the history and everything that they've had in the past few years, rather than to say no, he's looking. Because remember, a day he said, no, for me, I will consider Kaizer Chiefs if, because I remember we had 2 games in a row where we played beautifully and we even scored. He said, no, if they can jump to the number 1 spot, that's when I will consider the players from Kaizer. I was like, okay, no, fine. I'm done. I'm done. Nyabonga. Thank you, Madala. You've made it clear you have no intention of picking KZS players. So that is not a bad thing. The bad thing is when the results start not going his way, then that's where a lot of people will be questioning with how. Mara, why did we pick players who you can clearly see there are players who are performing better than those players, but at the end of the day, we did not pick the players that were supposed to be there, but we picked the players because of favoritism. So for me, I don't have a problem as long as he's delivering results, because Msebenzi wakhe for the national team. Remember, this is not about Kaizer Chiefs. And he even said, I remember he even said, if the team is not performing very well, I'm not going to be able to pick any player from that team. But we've seen other teams not doing well, but he's looked at the individual brilliance and picked those players because of the individual brilliances. So that is something else. That is something else. So for me, I think, guys, we should just forget, like I've said before, we should just forget ukuthi kambani. But at the end of the day, this is something that is going to affect i-mentality yakamfana uMduduzi Shabalala, because now playing other games, I think he might feel disheartened, and also he might feel like, okay, I've given my best, I've tried everything, but now it looks like I'm not being recognized as the way I truly should be recognized. So Kona, to be honest with you guys, it is something that is going to break his spirit unless the coach sits down and talks with him and say, no, Mfana, you are doing very well, and I would love to have you on my squad, but I'm doing this because of that. But if he doesn't, then definitely, I'm telling you guys, we might get to see Mduduzi Shabalala deep in form. And it's not something that I wish could happen, but is a possibility to Ngenzega. And for me, I wish Mfana can just try and focus and make sure he keeps his consistency no matter what is going on. At the end of the day, we've seen other players who were doing exceptionally well, players like Abukeleto Makharwa, not getting the call-up that they deserve, but now he has managed to get that call-up. And I remember Keleto Makharwa is another player who hasn't actually, let's not talk about it, it's fine. Anyways, even Tim Kosidochi, I believe, is a player who could add something to the squad, but according to Matala, he's old. So it makes me question Uti, what is going on with Utembazane, because now Mshishi is a bit old. But anyways, I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. But I believe this is it. Nothing interesting about this video. I just wanted to give you that update and also my own opinion on terms of Matala. And as long as it's still him, guys, I'm telling you, we will never get to see Kaizer Chiefs players playing or even dominating the squad. But anyways, it's fine. We don't need to. As long as we are performing very well, then definitely things will fall in the right place at the right time.